Hey gamers, this is Liz Davidson from Beyond Solitaire, and this video is going to be me telling you my moving saga. So originally I was going to make a video about how to move a game collection. Then I ended up not moving. So basically I wanted to leave this current apartment because I was really ticked off about the rent increase. They tried to raise my rent by $300 and that was not going to happen. So I found another place to live. And last week I got an email from this current place saying price drop, and it was like the rent I'd originally wanted to pay. And they were like, oh, if you sign in the next 2 days to renew, we'll give you this discount. And like, I almost wrote back something snarky, like, screw you. I think I made an angry tweet about it that I later deleted because this happened. A few hours later, I got a call from my ex-new landlord saying, you can't move because the previous tenant has not left. Can you move in August? And I was like, no, I cannot move in August. So I ended up signing a lease and staying here in my current apartment. So I'm not moving, but I had already packed up my entire game collection. Oh my God. So let's talk about that first. So I'll show you a picture of the game collection so you can see what that looked like all packed up. It was about 17 boxes and then some larger game boxes, like stuff like Gloomhaven and Kingdom Death Monster and Madara that were just huge, and I wasn't going to bother to put them in a box. I was going to throw them in my trunk and just take them like themselves as boxes. This is what my game collection looks like entirely boxed up, and what's kind of cool is this is 17 boxes including jigsaw puzzles, and the last time I moved I had like 21 or 22 medium-sized boxes of just games. So my game collection has shrunk in size over time. I actually think it could shrink more, which we're going to talk about, but I have done a good job of slowly pruning games from the collection, of culling rather than just letting everything explode out of control. I'm really proud of myself for that, actually. I've been trying to be really mindful about games that get to stay on my shelves versus games that go, and I'm trying to be more regular about production on this channel so that games that I cover and don't want to keep, I know that sooner and they can go out the door, and I can spend more and more time with games that I really, really love. So when I move, basically I number every game box and I actually make a list of what's in the box. So I had like a little notebook going of, this is office number one. I just call it office number one, office number two, so that, whoever's moving it doesn't necessarily know what's in there. But I know. And so I have like a little key of like office number one is the box that has Mage Knight in it. And, so if I ever lost a box, I know how many there are. I can figure out which one is missing and I know which games were in it. So I'm very type A about these things. So I had like this whole list going and everything, but I actually ended up offloading a bunch of games because I thought I was moving and going to have a smaller space. But I ended up just unloading what I still have and then putting it back into my game closet. So that took a long time. But actually this is something I've never done before on my channel. I'm going to like give you a little tour of the game closet. So hopefully you find that entertaining. So here it is. So, pardon the mess, but I'm actually going to let you into my game closet, which I don't let anyone in my game closet, so welcome. So, here is where I keep all of my games. I'll try to give you like a good shelfie. That's Kato. So, as you can see, things are a little too full in here. I've got like a little too much junk up here at the top with the large games. I've got 2 boxes of just kind of smaller games that are hiding up there for now. And then Final Girl has to live in a box on the floor because all the shelves are like stuffed. So what that tells me is that I'm going to need to play a bunch of games and maybe get a few out of the house. But, let's have a look at what's on here so you can help me pick. So up there is my still in shrink copy of Kingdom Death Monster because I'm scared of it. I'm afraid of putting together the minis. So here's where I keep game books. I just got Dune Imperium. I'm excited about that one. And then, here's just my top shelf. That's D-Day at Omaha Beach over there on the end. Another shelf of just kind of wargamey stuff with Terraforming Mars Ares Expedition in the middle. I do not organize these in any particular way. So my next big project is probably going to be Undaunted Solo Mode, because that's something that I've been meaning to do, and I thought I was going to move, and everything went crazy, so that's up high on the list for me. I really like this shelf. I wonder why. Some more wargamey stuff. even more wargaming stuff. A whole shelf of stuff that's just blocked by Madara because it's a monster. I bought this because Kevin Erskine swore it was great. I'm a little concerned about the art and not liking it, but if it's as good as he says it is, I won't care. And then here's just like a nice bottom shelf, so you can see everything. And then over here, I've got some chunky games just kind of hanging out. Arc Nova is another new purchase. As you can see, I've just got a whole lot of stuff. Stuff that hasn't even been covered on the channel, because the things that I'm playing and the things that I'm covering don't always match up. And then this is a shelf of stuff that I'm not allowed to get rid of, because my boyfriend loves Mice and Mystics. And the copy of Betrayal at House on the Hill is actually his. So we don't play it that much, but you know what? He loves it. We'll keep it. And then that was a Lord of the Rings box down there. This is all like Lord of the Rings cards right here. And of course, right here in the middle, the gigantic Trove chest for Too Many Bones, because you know I spent a lot of time with that. And then just a bunch of chunky stuff that needs my attention desperately. So that's my game closet. Perhaps not that exciting, but it's one of my favorite places in the apartment for obvious reasons. If you're watching this, leave me a comment of something you'd like to see me play on the channel, because, I mean, it's here. I've got it. So I hope you enjoyed looking at my game collection as it currently stands. I do want to shrink it some, but that was I moved, and then I didn't move, but I had already packed my entire game collection, so that's what a freshly unpacked game collection of mine looks like. So hopefully you enjoyed that. I'll be back covering some of those games in the near future, and seriously, if you saw anything that you want to see me play, I'm interested in hearing about it in the comments, because I gotta tackle the games in that closet for this channel. That's my raw material to work with. So thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, support me on Patreon if you're feeling extra generous, and most of all, happy gaming.